Hello, nice to meet you, everyone. I just want to ask, have you ever tried insects or worked with insect-derived ingredients? So, from the audience, just to know, how many of you? Oh, okay, I have like half of audience. I have strong support here, so it's very good. So very convenient, you're not starting from scratch. So I want to tell our story and where we are heading and why insects. It's been, I think, for quite a while talks about industrial insect rearing, mainly for the feed applications, then pet foods. And 4 years ago, with our partners, we decided to focus on the food applications, and we believe that the time for food will come soon. It's coming now, and taking in consideration of all the approvals. And of course, we're talking a lot about plant-based. Now we talk about still animal-based, but more efficient way to get animal-based proteins sources. So why we are talking, I think, from early morning, the same problems, addressable issues, how to feed our 10 billion people by 2050, how really reallocate to balance, the food along the broken supply chains. And really another strong push is on sustainability questions that we need to address. And insects, like these small animals, or our friends in our business, they can help to address some of the issues. I cannot say that we solve everything, no. We can address and really to have a smoother transition. So why? We have a limited resources, we need more than 50% increased protein production. The land use is already more than 85%. Meat consumption will increase, definitely, by 50%. And 1/3 of the food is wasted or lost in the process. And insects could really give an answer and help to reduce the global footprint. We selected small friend yellow mealworm. In total, we have more than 2,000 species that you can eat, and 80% of global population already for ages are eating in Asia, Latin America, Africa, are eating insects on a daily basis. So why our part of the world, cannot adjust and we have. But this industrial insect business wave started just 15, 20 years ago, really when it's like, when we're starting on an industrial scale to rear insects, there's a lot of requirements. Immediately it starts all the animal welfare, starting from there, all the cleanliness and all the food processing applications needs to be implied and followed. So why insects? Just first is the footprint, So on the same 1 square meter, we can provide protein source more than 65 times more than a beef compared to, and twice as for some pulses. The same concerns the water. So this is part of the answer. The next, in the morning, we heard like up to 1/4 of the world's greenhouse gas emissions result from food and agriculture. So in animal-derived proteins, insects can save up to 18 times less, emit up to 18 times less greenhouse gas emission compared to the beef. The next, feed conversion ratio, the efficiencies. So from the 2 kilos of feed, we can get 1 kilo of mealworms. Namely, I'm talking about a species that we grow. While in the chickens, okay, some can check like the numbers, but the conversion rates for the chicken and beef are much lower. But it's one part of sustainability and a footprint. Another is the nutritional benefits and functional properties. First of all, the nature created the perfect protein machine. In a dry matter of a yellow mealworm, we have up to 60% of proteins. That contains all 9 essential amino acids. And we can comparable to milk protein. This is part of the answers. The next, lipids or fat and fiber. We have up to 30% of lipids. that majority of them is unsaturated fatty acids, and 3 times more omega-6 fatty acids than in salmon. So this is an answer, like from a nutritional point of view. Going further, we have vitamins and minerals, mainly B group of vitamins, and for them, that fat-soluble vitamins. And for the mineral part, you see the numbers provided, like we can compare to hazelnuts, beef, the pumpkin seeds. They're still under investigation. The whole potential needs to be drilled deeper, wider, and we have the good potential for the industry itself. So insects can contribute and reconnect broken agri-food chains, since they can partially replace or compensate the reduced dependency on imported sources of protein. You know that Europe imports around 80% of soy protein that is grown in 4 countries. And so it's such a huge dependency is higher than energy dependency. Another that we can safely upcycle materials that are not suitable for traditional livestock and side agri-food and food industry side streams we can feed to our small friends. And the next thing, that nature created fully cyclical, or the model that the environment where they grow and the manure is a perfect organic fertilizer. Then we can get back to the soil. So we're closing the loop and bringing to the nature what we took from the nature. How the whole process works and how we can affect different parts of the process. So like I mentioned, we use only side streams from agro and food industries. In bioconversion, with formulating different diets, we can affect insects' nutritional values, even amino acid profiles, and provide products with specific requirements, adjustments. Another thing, the step of the harvesting, we can influence composition, mainly protein lipid, depending on the stage of a larva. And in the last phase, of course, it's already turning into food industry processing part, definitely. One stream is purification, and the presenter before, I was really eager, can we use for dry method for insect, purification? This has really intrigued me. And here we go, whether to purification or to adding different other streams to build our own insect-derived ingredients. There are some samples currently what we do and what is available. As you know, this is area regulated. Insects are treated as novel food that was not utilized by 1997 in Europe. And now currently it's approved whole insect powder or whole larva dried. It's approved by European Food Safety Authority as safe for human nutrition. Later on I show what proportions could be introduced. Then out of this main whole insect powder, we can create texturized insect proteins, making different compositions that we can already now deliver to the food industry and work on recipes. And the next phase, going to more purification, we need to work, because dry method is not, in our case, very efficient, so we're going to other methods, wet separation methods, where we go to defatted insect powder, separating oil, and go into insect protein concentrate and other ingredients. The products are already available on market, though the supply-demand in a food-grade insects. On a feed, there are quite some already amounts available. On a pet food industry, there's also, you can use it, and a feed grade still are low quantities, but in a high pet food industry is already used by Nestles and Mars, like Royal Canins, and in the market you can find from protein powders up to burgers. Like I mentioned, 8 insect species are authorized to industrial production. It's been used in pet food industry, and 4 species have been approved for human nutrition. There is this like sample of where we can use whole insect powder applications. It's from few percent up to 50% into different applications. So, and some of them you can try in our booth. So we have insect protein bar and some snacks available. So what about the market? Where we're heading, where we're going? Yeah, we're addressing to protein market. That is up to almost 2 trillion USD, and our alt protein market is up to 300 billion. And what is forecasted based on different market analysis, so that during next 7 to 8 years, up to 10, it will be up to 10 billion insect protein market will grow. So this is addressable market, and we've been here active in this market for the last 4 years, and we see how the really exponential growth is being. And we see from investment, okay, here we didn't update it, but by now it's already invested 2 billion in this sector, and investments are accelerating already. Where we stand now, so actually the idea started 2019, 2020 we were building our business model that we decided to focus only on food applications and super premium pet food. Then 2021, we collected the team, okay, started conducting R&D, then created fully operating pilot facility, already exporting smaller quantities to our customers around Europe, developing all the technology with Bühler Group, one of the leading equipment provider in the food sector. Then we have already land plot and we'll start construction this autumn. And of course, we need money to build this plant. The 67 million that on the way, we already have some commitments by now. And this is one of the main things like for us to continue and to continue our road. So thank you very much, this short presentation, and let's join the journey together for some alternative sources of proteins.